Hi guys, and thank you for watching your September 2016 The Color Wheel of Intuitive Guidance with Red Earth Goddess. As you know, you've been acquainted with this enchanted spell board that involves the astrological wheel, that involves crystals, that involves the angel guidance, the wheel of angels, and there's some trees with some letters, okay? This is a very mystical and spiritual board that really brings forth things and manifests things on the physical plane, literally on the four corners of the earth, okay? So for the month of September, I'm just gonna ask, you know, before I turn the camera on, I did do a little connection to, you know, open up any intuitive abilities within the board so that the board gets a little bit of my energy. And so what I'm doing is asking for the people who are watching this video, the usual questions such as what information, spiritual guidance can we receive overall, as an overall theme in the month of September? And then what I can do is, based on the answer that I receive, I can either ask a question that coincides with the answer or go with that, or what we're going to do is aim it towards a love situation and then aim it towards a career situation and see how that goes, because these two are the most popular things that people come to spiritual guides for, love and career and things like that, and just overall a theme of guidance, okay? So if you're interested in having a reading done by me, you can visit redearthgoddess.com, click on services. There's an option of different services that I have there. If you're interested in having this reading done with me, private, personalized reading, just send me an email at heal@redearthgoddess.com. You know, I'm offering more than just this. I'm offering crystal readings, spiritual guidance in all shapes and forms, okay? So let's get this reading started. And again, as I said, I've already planted my energetic field or energy within the board, and now I'm asking, with my eyes closed, because my eyes are closed the entire time, what overall information and guidance can we take in and receive for the month of September 2016? Okay, so before I open my eyes, I'm just going to inform you and let you know, if you're new to my channel, the way I work with this board is my eyes are closed the entire time. If you're watching me, I know you can't see my eyes, but if you're watching, my hands go here, there, and there. It's not me doing it. It's literally my hand is literally like in a little, I wouldn't say submissive mode, but it's not moving in that sense. It's more of I'm allowing information to kind of just guide me. So wherever my hand flows and goes and where it stops, that's where I let it stop. Okay, so now I'm opening my eyes and we've landed on the Angel of Wellness. Okay, and it's so funny because underneath the Angel of Wellness is the number 9. And if I'm not mistaken, the number 9 is the month of September, and 2016 equals to number 9. So guys, I'm going to highly suggest that you look into the vibrational frequency of 9, and I'm going to ask that you look up in the vibrational frequency of 9 and 9. Okay, so 9 and then 9 and 9, because there is something that you need, information, guidance that you need to put into your everyday practice to help you out. I'm also picking up there is a person and people that have a life path number 9 in their chart. So do look up your numerology chart, your life path number, or the day you're born. But I'm seeing particularly somebody who has a life path number 9. This message is particularly for you. So the Angel of Wellness, okay, the Angel of Wellness is carrying, kind of looks like, you know, the Aquarius sign, where the Aquarius is, you know, usually a male, but this is a female, but they have like a water bearer, like, you know, and the water's flowing down. So this angel is actually holding a water barrel and the water is flowing down. So what that basically means is this is a time for you to really take care of your own wellness. I also feel like there's going to be people that come in and tell you, you know what, sweetheart, you're an amazing person. You just need to take care of your health a little bit more in order for you to do what it is that you want to do in a better, to put in more of that passion in, and to receive more of that effort that you've been putting in into whatever practice that you're in, okay? Even if you're not into spiritual practice, even if you're in a very practical job, when you take care of your health, you're taking care of your entire whole being, and that in return is a wellness. The water being flowing down is, okay, wellness is not just your physical body. Wellness is your spirit, your mind, your emotions. Water being flown down usually symbolizes a cleansing. You know, whenever you hop in the shower, you know, you feel better. Once you're taking a shower, after the shower, you're clean. Your mind is a little bit, you know, less tense. It's relaxing in there. So that's a metaphor, right? So apply some wellness practices into your everyday life. And you don't have to do a huge seance. You don't have to do a big ritual. Every day, 2 minutes of something. You know, for example, if you're overeating, you know, and it's very difficult for you to all of a sudden cut back out of nowhere. Nobody's saying that you got to do that, you know. What you can basically do is little by little reduce, okay? And then overall you'll find at the end of the week or the end of the month, you'll find that you're sleeping better. Your mind is a little bit more, it's been detoxified a little. Those worries, those thoughts are actually stemming from overindulgence of something, okay? So your well-being is highly important right now. And I feel like in the month of September, you're going to be pushed and kind of, I feel like you're going to be pushed to take care of your well-being, because literally someone might even tell you, like, you know, what's going on? I can see you're slowing down. There's something is going on. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be sleeping better. Like, people are going to be able to see that, okay? So I highly suggest, I myself, what has healed me the most is laughter and sleep, okay? Sure, eating is exceptionally important. You're eating what you eat, what you consume on a daily basis. I'm not telling you you need to eat the healthiest thing every single day of your life. It's okay to have, you know, if you want to have fries, if you want to have fried food, if you want to have your this, if you want to have your chocolate, if you want to have that here and there, that's fine. But if it's being an indulgence of something, food is just an example, but if it's an overindulgence of something, whether it's sex, whether it's food, whether it's alcohol, whether it's this, it slows you down, and that affects your mind, your body, and your soul. It affects your presentation. It affects the way you move, the way you think, the way you act, the way you treat others, and the way others treat you, okay? So in the month of September, I'm going to highly suggest that you make a list of things that you'd like to cut back on, and kind of be aware, because you want to be able to see in front of your face what you're doing and the differences that you're making, so you can kind of be like, oh yeah, you know what, I reduced on this for 1 week, I already feel better, okay? So that's highly important. Your wellness is exceptionally important. I highly also suggest that you listen to more music. I suggest that you listen to music that's got harps or violin in it. I have done a lot of spiritual work that involves the violin and the harp. It has healed me in the past immensely. The sound of it is exceptionally healing. The tones of the notes, there is something within the strings that is capable of literally healing your DNA strand. So I feel that you need to be doing that can be a form of meditation as well, or, you know, right before you go to sleep, put on earphones, a headset. If you're not really into it, you know, put on some music that has, if you're into trance, if you're into beats that have, you know, are more like hip hop or like pop, there are violins that are involved in it. Like there's mixes involved. You need to listen to stringy sounds at this time. There's something there that involves the soul, upliftment of the soul and the DNA strand. Okay, everything in life in moderation is best. Okay, when we overdo things, it takes a toll on our body, it takes a toll on our mind, and it really affects our motivation, and it really affects our results and everything. Okay, so I hope that whoever this sits well, like whoever this resonates with, I hope that sits well with you. I'm here as a spirit guide to kind of, you know, put you in a direction to kind of say, you know what, something's got to move, you know, because there's something wonderful waiting for you, and people are asking for you to do something, a job, and giving you an option, giving you an offering of a high position right now. But your body has to be up to date. Your body needs to be healed, so that you can literally physically do the job. Okay, if that makes any sense. So since we're talking about wellness in it, I'm picking up that this involves a job situation. I'm going to ask the spirit guides then, what guidance can you give us in terms of our careers then? Because this applies to not just somebody with that number, but who I'm picking up, but this can apply to every single one of us, because we all have a form of an addiction. So spirit guides, what information can you give us about career? Wow. Okay, so we landed on the letter X. We landed on the letter X, and we somewhat landed on the color gray. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I'm very well aware of what directions it's going, because I did sense that it kind of formed a kind of like a shape. So I feel like there's things that you need to banish and let go of, okay? Banishing does not literally have to be a ritual. Everything in life is a ritual, actually. With the moment we wake up, the moment we think of something, the moment we wash our hands, we do this, we eat, it's a ritual. But this can be a ritual. Having a glass of coffee every day at this time can be a ritual, or whatever, you know. But I feel as though this coincides very well with that wellness situation that I was talking about. You need to be aware of where you are at in life right now, okay? There's something that involves your finances, your happiness, and your overall health, where you're working right now, or the place that you want to be. I'm sensing a lot of people are actually somewhat content with where they're working at, but they are not content at how they're being treated, or they are not content, so they're kind of over inducing, if that makes any sense, when they're out of work. So it could be that either A, your pay is really good, or it could be the place that you work is really good, but you expect better pay. It could be a little bit of both, I'm picking up, because there are a diverse amount of people that are watching me at this time. And that's funny, because with the X, you get about two of the directions, and X marks the spot, and it coincides together, it comes together. So what I just feel like, based also with the number 9 that I'm getting, which is a symbol of completion, and with the wellness, you need to be able to banish things, situations, physical substances that are not making you feel good. You have to know what makes you feel good and what's not making you feel good. Only you know. Only you know, right? I mean, other people can notice, like I said, with the whole motivation, people are offering you things. You know, and gray is a mix of black and white coming together, right? There's that gray element there. So that gray element there is just, it's funny because whether it's smoking cigarettes, whether it's smoking incense, because there's also people that, like I said, people who are in the spiritual practices too, you know, all of us, we can get addicted to incense, and not that it's wrong, or, you know, there are different quality types of incense. Some of them have filters that are not organic. Some of them have filters that are actually not good for the environment. And not even just that, even if you have a really good incense, whatever type of incense that you work with, it can be we can over-induce in that. We can overindulge in that. And then some part of our life is lacking. Okay? So what that basically means is we can end up in like the ethereal realm, and then it gets so difficult for us to physically connect to people at our work, or like physically be aware of what we're doing at our physical, materialistic location that we're working, that we're connecting with people, that we're literally picking up, this is an example, too much information about people, and we're looking at them like, what the flip? You know? So, and it could be that they're picking up that information, that this person, what's going on with this person? You know what I mean? They were doing excellent before, and then all of a sudden they're kind of stepping back. So you got to be able to be aware. Like I said, make that list, be aware. And I feel like you're coming to a completion, like a cycle, an ending of something by being aware of that. And with this cycle and with this ending, I feel as though that you've come to an enlightenment, an awareness of what you've been doing all this time, what's affecting you, what's not affecting you, the right relationships, the right people, the right, you know, and this works with people in careers too, because a lot of people get into relationships with others in the workforce, like guys and girls, like they'll start dating and they get into a relationship, and I highly don't suggest it, but it does happen. And when something happens between the two, you know, things get heated up, right? And it ends up distracting other people. It distracts you. You know, people start talking, and that can, you know, stuff like that. So maybe, you know, you're becoming aware of that. But if that's not the case with you, okay, and you're just being spiritually heightened, because people who smoke marijuana, even if you smoke a cigarette, like it's wind, it's energy, okay, it's air, that's an element. Sure, it's also earth because the physical substance that's in it, the tobacco, but it's air, it's the element air. So look into the element air and look into the element water, and I feel like that's what's bringing that X, okay? So you got to be able to banish something. Okay, for an example, if you're, because of your lifestyle and you just coming up with excuses that you don't want to give up your cigarette, you don't want to give up your marijuana because marijuana heightens your mental abilities and you need it for your 9-to-5 job, or you need it in order to be spokesperson, or this, and this, or you want it to do that, a better whatever, cut back. Nobody's saying you need to smoke this ounce a day. Nobody's saying you need to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Cut back and pay attention. That's it. All right. Now, since we talked about love, and people love, I'd like to ask about love situations for the month of September, please. Alrighty. Well, look at that. We landed on the Angel of Success. On the left side is the Angel of Joy, and on the right side is the Angel of Communication. The numbers we literally landed on is in between 5 and 6. And if I'm not mistaken, the number 5 involves communications, media, arts. Number 6 involves balance, the planet Venus, harmony, community life, compassion and love, family life. Okay. So this reading just kind of came to a full cycle for me, because I'm getting that download that people are becoming aware of what they've been doing. You people that are watching me have been slowly becoming aware based on my teachings, based on my life experiences, based on my cultural heritage, based on da-da-da-da-da. The last 10 years of your lives, guys, is fully coming to an end. And it's happening now. From now, September until the end of December of 2016, which again, like I said, 9 and 9, is coming to that full cycle. I feel like a lot of you, a lot of your past loves, a lot of your past lovers have come back to you. Some of you, it was for closure and say goodbye, and you needed it because you came to that realization that I've treated myself and this other person like crap. Some of you intended it, some of you didn't intend it. That doesn't matter. But you've become aware of that, and you've and some of you have and are still deciding whether you want to actually be in a relationship. I also feel like, because I've been picking up on this recently a lot, someone from your past is going to come and literally ask you to marry them, okay? I do see a vow. I do see behind that vow, I see two hands shaking, and it's literally like a rope, like a thread of rope between the two hands. It's from the fingers to the hands that goes all the way up to the wrist and the arms. It's a rope that's keeping two people together. And behind that rope is a tree. And trees symbolize your family DNA. It symbolizes history repeats itself in your DNA. It symbolizes finding your roots. And it also symbolizes a solid foundation. Okay, because that tree has grown. It's not just being planted. The seeds haven't been planted anymore. I also feel like there's going to be, it's going to happen this month and moving forward even more, because before I was seeing talks about it and ideas about it, but it's going to fully come to a fruition, these vows, from the new moon to the full moon of September 2016, okay? So obviously not everybody's getting married, but what that means is it's also a vow for people where they're working. You know, their work can be stabilized more. It could be a vow between two friends. It could be a vow that's, you know, when people are married, sometimes, you know, with distractions, everyday life situations, they completely lose their spark of how they felt with each other. It's not that the spark actually leaves, it's just that they forget because they get distracted by everyday life. So it could be that your vows are coming back again, okay? So, I think that was great. I'm gonna leave it at just those three questions because I think they're pretty precise and pretty powerful. I feel marriage is very real. Marriage is a very real serious thing. I don't mean that every marriage has to be serious in a sense of you have to take everything seriously in that way, but I don't mess around with the idea of marriage. Marriage to me is very serious in terms of I would expect the marriage to last. And I'm not saying every marriage is going to last and everybody should marry and be in an abusive marriage or this is this, because you never know, right? You just don't know what's going to happen. But your vows are serious, okay? So be aware of the vows that you make. Because when you make a vow, and it doesn't have to be just in the marriage state, you can make a vow to be celibate. You could make a vow to stop eating a certain food. Stick to your vow. And if you don't like the vow, be aware that you've made the vow. Okay, because when you make a vow in the energetic realm and then you take the physical action, remember that which you send out returns to you, okay? So take that seriously. So let's just end the reading with a good thank you and a one last, any other message that Spirit would like to present to us at this time. And when I say Spirit, it's my higher self talking. Okay, we landed on the letter Y and a star. a star that goes down, a 5-pointed star, inverted 5-pointed star. Okay, so I feel like I'm highly attracted to inverted stars, okay, because to me it's more realistic as a female, as a woman. I always say, you know, the 5-pointed star, the inverted pointed star, is a very feminine symbol. It symbolizes the womb, a woman's womb, the fallopian tubes, her ability to give birth to creation. Women are capable of giving birth to a physical being, a physical entity. And not only are they capable of that, they're capable of giving birth to ideas, to projects, to relationships, to everything and anything, okay? So what are you giving birth to right now? What is it that you want to give birth to? Be creative, work with your arts, write down things, get in ideas and inspiration, work with like-minded individuals, connect to people who are here to help you out, and also help them out in return, because that which you send out returns to you. The letter Y I'm seeing is you. You are in a position right now to succeed in so many ways, okay? But you are the only one that is capable of doing it. You could be pushed in this way, pushed in that way. People can always offer you support, but it is up to you on whether you want to make that change and do something about it. So remember the vows that you've made this month. Did you make a vow to somebody? Did you make a vow to yourself that you will actually do something about it? Okay, guys? So it can also mean yes, that yes, you are going to succeed, and yes, you've already succeeded, okay? So you're going to get a lot of positive recognition this month. The month of September is all about positive recognition. Guys, you have to see things in a positive light. Doesn't matter what happens to you, doesn't matter what happens in your external circumstances, because when everything is going to shits and you're still in that positive mind frame, you have your mind. Your mind is very powerful. When you train your mind to think something, your entire physical body will go with it. If you believe you are a disease, you will become a disease. If you believe you are miserable, you will be miserable, and everybody around you will be miserable. So if you are someone like me who is here to leave something behind, you need to be aware of how powerful your mind is, because you are powerful. Okay? So thank you for watching. We will see you soon. Visit redwithgoddess.com, click on services, and connect soon, guys. Ciao.